Hello and welcome along to the Where's My Kit Bag podcast here, hosted to you by the three lovely media technicians of the Sixth Form College Farnborough with myself, James.
Me, Will.
And me, Steve.
How are we, fellas? Are we all good?
Doing well.
Doing well?
Been a busy week.
Busy,
It has.
very busy week.
What have we been up to? So much.
A lot of awards.
So much.
More awards. And even more awards.
Oh, and some tutorials too.
Oh, yes.
Just to you know, change our days a little bit. No, awards. Tutorial, awards.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice. Lots of awards. We might. Are we tempted to reveal some of the categories? That is my question,
Ooh.
gentlemen.
Ooh,
maybe. Are we going to do that in the TechNet news section?
Yeah, you know what?
Coming up now.
We could reveal maybe two.
2 awards.
Or maybe one each.
Oh, one. Oh,
One each.
Oh, all right. Well, without further ado, let's have some TechNet news. So, Steve.
Hello.
TechNet news.
I mean,
What we got?
I guess it's just to begin with a slight apology from the old social media side. Because awards has taken over, there was no newsletter. Yep, sorry about that, avid readers. 11 weeks straight you got a newsletter, but this week you didn't.
That
you do
Snapchat hot streak's gone.
I know.
Gotta start again.
And now... But second years are obviously very much in favour because they get a nice lengthy award show. So,
boy.
yeah, congrats there. This week's TechNet Choice winner was Callum Taylor for a lovely portrait. Very well done for that one. Albeit a little late, but got round to it in the end. Again, awards was the priority. And we currently have, I want to say, 3 episodes of TechNet Talks Fleet Film. Evelinka Docken is the episode 3. Ellen Hodgson, episode 4, and Max Stevens, when it came out today, as in recording on Wednesday, was number 5. And I think the only 2 left are Nell Jax, which I think will be out tomorrow, and the last one is Eleanor James, I believe.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then all of those interviews are out, and they should be out by Friday. So look forward to that.
Sweet.
And that's before the Fleet Film Awards on Monday.
Monday night, yes. It's nice now because obviously those those shortlisted festival nominees or entries or invitees, whatever you'd like to call them.
Shortlisted nominees.
The kind of the guest list for them's got nice and long now, which is really nice to see. So it should be a very pleasant evening. I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, should we talk awards then?
I think we should
Let's
talk
do
awards.
it. Let's do it.
I mean, if you've kept up with the social media, you've seen that those very squeaky clean Oscars have come in, and they look fantastic. If you haven't seen them, check out the Instagram page at F6 Media Film. I think we'll try and go about posting on the story, if we can, on the actual award tonight, like a live update.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe. It depends how busy we are. I'm hoping to. Bear in mind, the social media person is going to be up in the box. So, yeah.
Maybe we could just do it throughout Friday. So the prep.
Maybe.
Getting a bit ready.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's better.
Our number 1.
So we don't have to worry about
The
posters,
awards.
but we can show. Let's do a prep behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then we can say that to our stories, can't we?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, scratch what I just said.
And then we can say, oh, you want to know what awards is like? Boom, click on this.
Yes.
Play stuff sped up. Slow it
Nice.
down. Ooh.
Oh, amazing. Great idea. Okay, perfect. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with...
Do I want to start?
Do you want to leak one? Is there
Leak
any...
a category?
Fake news.
We know them by
Fake news.
We know them by numbers.
That's number 17, yes. What category shall I leak? This is the question.
I'm going to drop one.
All right.
Here
Go
it
on, Will.
Cinematography.
I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're
Stars.
so in sync.
I've got one.
Yeah.
All right, go
This
on.
is going to be a real spoiler. I'm really sorry. It's a TechNet Choice one.
Oh, even though he's already said that like 4 times.
It's
He's dug
like
himself out on that one.
I mean,
play.
is it like that meme with that guy like
Yeah.
like screaming,
That's
running
the
in?
I've done myself well here.
He's done that.
That's
But
good.
there is a TechNet Choice Award.
There is definitely.
So look forward to that. It's not... I wasn't lying. It's definitely
It's
in
there. It's in there.
There's a
So-
trophy and everything. In fact,
Oh!
that's the sound of the trophy. clang. It didn't make a good enough sound,
No.
so I just made my
You
own.
just made your own sound effect.
There it is.
And
But it's got some weight to it.
And another spoiler for
Oh
TechNet Choice.
yeah.
The winner is a second year.
Oh.
Amazing.
But then most of the people coming as second years.
Exactly.
Oh my
Everyone
days.
coming as a second year.
Exactly.
Except the level 2s. The CTEC
Steve,
level 2
your
course.
information's spot on so far.
So there you go. That's all you're getting from me.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Wow. Whew.
What
How's that
about,
feel?
which one would you like to leak, James?
Well, I might be cheeky. I might leak 2.
Two.
Two.
Oh, what is to take into account my laughable one?
Yep. So there is one for a solo project music video, and there's also one for a group music video.
Ooh. There has been a lot of good music videos.
There have been
this year,
a
that's probably
lot of music videos this year. There is a horrendous amount of music videos. So there is one for if you did your music video in a group, and there is also one if you did a music video on your own.
Nice.
There was some pretty amazing stuff on there.
I have seen some good. I've not seen all of it, but I've seen all the shortlist, and the shortlist
Yeah.
is very strong.
Yeah.
I think it was quite interesting as well because obviously a lot of your student work was sent to us in kind of batches for us to kind of trawl through. I'm not going to spoil why we've been sent all that stuff, but I think in regards to music video or media, in regards to coursework, there was near 100
Oh, blimey.
to kind of, just for media. I want to say 89, but I could be wrong with that. So yeah, that's a lot of people that have made some really good stuff. So fair play to you. Fair play to you.
So yeah, so some of the screenshots of the shortlisted people from all the categories, regardless if you're the 3 we've mentioned or the others that are a total mystery. I'm not going to reveal the total number of categories because that's bad. There are many. So there's lots of opportunities for you to win. There's individual ones, there's group ones, there's some special awards as well at the end to obviously give you some lovely praise and massive congratulations for all that kind of stuff. So there will be some posters out in the main foyer where you can have a look at some of the screenshots of some of the chosen work.
Yeah, I think I said it last week as well. Even if you are a second year that's just leaving and you're not sure if you want to come for any reason or whatever, we were students before. Awards night is it is the best night of your college kind of thing. So even if you don't really like potentially going up on stage, or you don't even know if you're actually on the list or whatever, just come along. It's a great night just to celebrate.
Cheer on your mates. You're gonna know someone
cheer on
there.
your mates. It's a big goodbye for everyone. And I said it last week. You may see these people again in a few years if you jump into the industry. You'd be very surprised the branches that people go down. So yeah. Keep this is like your first proper connection to the industry, and you don't even know it. So for those listening, keep your friends close. Keep your industry people closer.
Now, keep your friends close in the industry, people closer. Sounds like a line that should be in Taken.
Oh,
or something.
nice.
But yeah, there might also be some special guests as well. So you might even have the opportunity to do a little bit of networking.
Nice.
Who knows?
Should we name this episode like "We Spoil One Award" and just see how many people click on it?
We spoil one
Clickbait.
award.
Clickbait. Our first clickbait.
We spoil one award.
What is it, episode 19?
21, mate.
21.
Episode 21, season 1, episode 21.
21.
We're like an American series. We'll get to like 24/5.
Yeah,
we're literally just like an American series. But obviously we did start later in the year. So
That's true.
next year there will be more episodes.
We could get to like over 30 next year. Wow.
Not my age.
So if there's any first years out there that have jumped on the bandwagon early, you're going to get 30 more next year. Are you ready?
Are you prepared?
Unsubscribe.
Oh no, don't.
No.
We need the views. So if the just bouncing on what Steve said there, if there's anything you want us to cover, or if there's like other topics you want us to talk about, maybe we want to talk about online magazines or something, or more on video games, or more on music, or different styles, or more on TV, or whatever, please let us know, because we love hearing your feedback. Whether it's in person, or if you put comments on YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever, or if you're listening to us on Spotify or iTunes as well, hello. You can literally just let us know, technet@farnborough.ac.uk, or by all means hit us up on our social media, which is what, Steve?
At F6 Media Film, Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a Facebook, don't really think we need it, but yeah,
Shade.
throwing shade at the book. And we're out of the era of MySpace, I'm afraid.
No more Bebo. No more Bebo.
I think it's pretty guaranteed that next week we'll spend a significant part of the podcast kind of talking about the night, how it went, know, the winners that we already know, which is pretty mad as well. Isn't that like a power trip that we've got there?
Steve, did you know people win awards?
Yep. There are some award winners on Friday.
What? That's quite a few.
There is, which is really exciting. But yeah, we'll chat about it on Wednesday. So if for some you better have a good excuse, unknown reason, why you didn't come along and you want to know how the night went, we'll run through it a bit like the real Oscars, the old Academy ones that we kind of quickly skimmed through. I think we'll do a similar kind of thing. Might be a good idea.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
I think that summarises a nice tech news.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for the BTS on Friday in the day, the behind the scenes.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
Hook us up on Instagram and you'll see Steve Stories.
Yeah.
Can we call them Steve Stories?
For sure.
Steve Stories.
Maybe.
Going behind the scenes.
I've only posted like 5 stories all year, and that was like open evenings.
And now today we're going to have
like
on Friday we're going to have like 50.
Yeah.
Hi, look at us. Put up some posters. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Get that boomerang on.
All night. There'll be a lot of boomerangs and a lot of slow zooms.
Dun 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 dun.
Yes.
That one. Yeah. Love it. Nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great night. Make sure you don't miss it out. Tickets are available still on Crystal Web. There are still a few left when we recorded this on Wednesday evening. So make sure you get the last lot. It's only £2 a ticket and you can buy as many as you want. So bring your family, bring your friends. Bring your dog if you really want. Although it might be a bit weird. So have a dog barking. Although dog barking appreciation could be quite fun.
Yeah. Pretty chaotic.
It could be quite chaotic. We'll just turn it into like a pet's home. Yeah, Will, bring your dog. It'll be fine. Just sit in the tech box with you. Woof. Anyways, right. Talking of Will, shall we have some tech news?
Hello and welcome back to another round of tech news. So, this week, what's been going on? Well, E3 has been all over the place.
What's E3, Will?
Oh, well. I actually don't know what it stands for, to be honest.
Is it electronic or something?
I don't know. Anybody know? E3?
Carry on.
E3 is like a kind of
Electronic Entertainment Expo. It's 3 E's.
Oh, nice. That works well.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Basically, it's a conference where developers from the gaming industry come in and they announce their sort of roadmaps for the next year. It's held annually, and generally we hear some pretty cool stuff to get excited for. And I'd say, this year's kind of matched up to that. We've heard quite a lot of announcements already, quite a lot of stuff to get hyped about. There's been some letdowns, and some people have kind of been led off the track a little bit of some companies, but some huge announcements. I think sort of the biggest ones, Xbox announced that it's now in development of the new next-gen console, which I think we were kind of presuming was going to be coming soon anyway. But they said there's sort of computing power, and this is just going to destroy. They said it's the biggest leap over any Xbox previously. So like even from the 360, from the original Xbox, I think that was considered sort of like the biggest one.
Yeah, the PS2 to the PS3 era jump.
Yeah, that sort of one. Yeah. But they're saying this goes way, way, way beyond that. So that would be pretty cool to have a look at. And then, lots of other stuff from like Bethesda and Nintendo, which we can talk into a little bit more in just a moment. But it was pretty interesting overall. Keanu Reeves made a little appearance. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Ben?
I love Keanu Reeves.
Who doesn't?
He's so cool. So he was talking about, what even game was it?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077. Obviously, the ageless Keanu Reeves now has another picture of him in the future.
He's
where
just destroying 2019,
he
isn't
he? He is owning.
He's
He's John Wick. He's just cool. He did an interview where he's hugging puppies. Genius, man. So Keanu Reeves came out to talk about obviously this game that he's kind of like helping. He's also done some voice acting in it and some mocap stuff in it as well. So his likeness is in the game. So basically, you can play as John Wick with a cyber arm. It looks cool.
I think it's just quite interesting getting actors into games, isn't it? Like, was it Last of Us? Was the other one that's done it? Which is the one with Ellen Page? No, it's not. Is it?
Well, Norman Reedus from Walking Dead fame, he was in that kind of Silent Hill follow-up thing that didn't quite get enough traction.
PT.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was
the
in
demo
it was
called.
PT, and then he was meant to be in the real game, but that never
'Cause
obviously happened.
You do get actors like Rami Malek in Until Dawn, that PS4
Oh, yeah,
exclusive. Yeah, they float about, don't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know what the pay's like, but it's cool seeing like
yeah.
recognizable characters in these, and especially if they're mocapped well.
Yeah, like doesn't have the face, but Mortal Kombat 11, Sonya Blade's voiced by Ronda Rousey, which
That's
is
cool.
pretty interesting. But I'd say as even though that sounds cool, she isn't really that good at it.
Oh no,
It's very cheap.
Yeah, it's a bit niche, isn't it? It's it's an art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, voice
Oh, yeah.
acting. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But I think with the like advancement in like face tracking technology, it's getting more and more realistic. Sometimes you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
true.
It's like when you see the behind the scenes and they've got so many like white dots on
yeah.
every single muscle of their cheek, and it looks like they've got some kind of like leprosy disease or something.
Just quickly round the
they
table.
catch up. Hello.
Sort of favourite announcements you kind of heard across E3, Steve? Any spring to mind?
That come to mind.
We obviously had the new Zelda leak.
That was pretty cool. Something else is really that stuck out for me that I've completely come back to me.
Okay, I know you had like there's a Doom Eternal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bale, over to you. Anything that sort of jumped out?
You caught me perfectly after a massive yawn. Well, obviously, I watched the bits in the Nintendo Direct from just before E3. Obviously, Pokemon nerd.
Did you have a look at the gameplay?
I did have a look at the gameplay. So they revealed 2 new ones. Something that looks a bit like a dog, not quite a corgi, but kind of going that way. And then some weird kind of like lizard salamander looking thing. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'll get it regardless because, you know, Pokemon fanboy. Ever since, you know, the dawn, 99 and strong. And yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued where they're going to take it.
Are you a bit skeptical? You sound a bit skeptical about it.
I mean, obviously, there's some features they've included which could be lame.
Right.
But I'm holding judgment until I play it myself.
What would you consider lame features?
It was that weird, the kind of like jumbo-sized Pokemon
the
thing.
Dynamaxing thing.
Yeah.
You seemed alright about that at first.
I mean,
you were all like,
I was just like, I like new things.
Yeah.
But
it's not really new, is it?
I think I need to play it.
Yeah.
I think I need to be there and use it and use the mechanic and then be like, I get this now. This makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I need to like play it. I know there might be a demo version coming out soon, which would be quite, because that's what they had at their E3 stand, the Nintendo Pokemon E3 stand. They had like a demo version. So I'm assuming that might come to Switch at some point. Because that's where the game's going to be released. I'm still going to get it regardless because love the Pokemons. I like the kind of look of the place. I like the kind of aesthetics. I like how the gameplay looks. I like how they've brought catching back to the correct way of battle then throw rather than kind of the Pokemon Go style whee and just kind of throw ball and hope. And then you kind of like using your Joy-Con and getting RSI, just constantly doing like a kind of fishing movement. So I'm glad they've gone back to the kind of normal style. But yeah, the Dynamaxing thing seems weird, but I'm open. I'm not. I haven't shut myself away from it.
Well, speaking of Nintendo, they unfortunately delayed Animal Crossing till 2020. So I just came across this article. Within 2 days, their stock market price dropped by $1 billion based on that.
Oof.
Obviously, because it is a humongous franchise.
That is a big franchise.
And people have been waiting a long time. I think New Leaf was the last one.
That was quite some time ago.
Yeah, and obviously fans were expecting a this year release. But I think if you're on the Switch, you kind of get to that point. I think next year people are seriously going to start considering about the second gen sort of Switch by that point, I think. If not, you know, they haven't announced anything this year, so obviously I think it'll continue on that path. But next year I think they're definitely going to look at some sort of update at least to the system. And then are the fans going to have to consider
forking out more money for a new one?
To consider, who knows, you know.
So would there be a way of just buying the Switch console itself and still attaching it to your dock, your Joy-Cons that you've already got?
People said that. We're talking about stuff like that. People were saying, you know, like they did with the Wii controllers, is there going to be some sort of add-on to the controller that makes it more, like, makes it better? You know, they had the Wii
like
Motion
the Wii
Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? You know, there could be all sorts of stuff with that. But it was just interesting because it's such a, obviously, like the biggest one, if not the biggest gaming company out there. How this one bit of news just I think they dropped like 3% of their market value price
mean,
overnight.
Nintendo have a lot of money.
Yeah.
They can make a loss every year for 70 years and still be in the black.
Yeah.
It's that they are sitting on thrones of cash.
They need to potentially come out with something a bit more powerful, because being a Mortal Kombat fanboy and seeing how, yes, they got that game onto the console, which is well and good, but it doesn't look good. Like,
and then they announced Witcher, didn't they? I haven't seen gameplay.
That's what I was going on to. Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen gameplay yet, but
that game's
that's a demanding
huge,
game.
Yeah. Like,
I think it's like 60 gig, isn't it? If
yeah,
not more.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's interesting to think how far they'd go with that.
I think half the point of the Witcher game is just how beautiful it looks, isn't it? And
Mortal Kombat's the same.
Yeah, there's no way you can recreate that. And it's not a game that works well with lower graphics. You know what I mean? Like Splatoon, perfect example where the lower graphics, it still looks really good.
And Splatoon is great fun.
So my two favourite things, one of them's obviously a lot more full frontal, but I'll segue on that into a second, is me being the American football fanboy that I am. It's rumoured, because the last two FIFA football games have been on the Switch, that for the first time ever, Madden might actually come onto the Switch, which would be amazing, because you could lower the graphics on a sports game. It doesn't make a difference to the sport. So I'd be like, cool, make it look awful.
Yeah, as long as the mechanics are there.
As long as I can play the game, I'm good.
So would that make you get it on the Switch rather than your PS4?
I'd get both. I'd get the PS4 one to play with my friends and to tackle the online community.
Imagine if they linked up so you could have like your playbook on the Switch.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be cool.
And then I'd play, like, there's a story mode. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a story mode a career mode and a single player journey that you can take, which I'd definitely tackle on the Switch when I'm on the go. But my most favourite thing, I think it's just because we've all kind of grown up with it. I think you'll all agree. It's just, I have a PS4. I've not really touched an Xbox in a couple of years. I only got a 360 because of my friends, but I didn't hate it. I'm not really a person to kind of argue in the console wars, but it's nice to see the Halo franchise come into PC. That's something I'm really looking forward to kind of dive back into those games without having to fork out for another system. So I guess, that was kind of my favourite part. I don't know what you guys thought about it, whether you'll play them or you'll jump back onto them, what you think they'll be like, but I think it'd be interesting to get. Is it the Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, it was that, and they announced like a PC pass, didn't they?
Yep.
Xbox. So like, it's nice they've realised that people are forking out the money for this pass, but they may not be benefiting from all of it. So a sensible move from them, I think.
I'm looking forward to it. It's I think the thing I took from the most, because obviously Sony didn't turn up, and I don't think people are saying the conference is dying away, but where else are you going to promote it? The only thing that I've actually read into about the conference is the last couple of years, they've started to open it out to, like, people from the public can go to the conference, and that's all well and good, but the kind of point of E3 is to kind of show off what you've got to the big dogs in the industry.
Yeah.
So when you go over to a stand, especially if you're working for, let's say, Xbox, and you're like, look at this new amazing thing, like the Kinect, like 8 years ago, whatever that was, you'd be showing it to the producer of a big company, like let's say Game back in the day, as in like the purple and grey retailer in the UK. But now it could just be Bill from Nevada, who is just a big fan of games. You don't know who you're really pushing it for anymore. That I unfortunately don't like all that much, because as people are saying, it takes the value away from these announcements, because you don't really know who you're pushing it onto. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think it'll ever die away, but it's certainly I think people are saying with Sony that they just don't have anything to announce. So there's not much point
Sony were really flat.
Yeah,
to be honest, I can't.
Apparently they had the same last year. They apparently just had some flute performance last year. I didn't see it last year. I was a bit absent from it. But apparently they had some musical performance that people were like, cool.
Nice. What's going on?
And that was it, really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. But, it's nice to get all the news in one spot, though, isn't it?
Agreed,
That's nice.
agreed.
Yeah. And something else in the news. Facebook are also launching this app, coincided with another app. So whilst you're browsing Facebook on certain websites, you may see an advert for it, and basically it's going to be an app where you sign up for, and then the app lets you track. The app tracks data on your phone, so what apps you use, how long you're on them for, all that sort of stuff, and they pay you to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like a data collection app.
Yeah. Exactly, but they're paying you to do it, and it's not something you can just download and use. You have to see the ad, apply for it, and then they can choose you if your profile fits. Just wondering, would you do it?
I mean, we've had this conversation before with like data protection, and I've always been a person. I haven't really got anything to. I don't have anything to hide. So if someone was like, "Yeah, you go for it," as long as they don't, as long as they can't access my passwords and obviously my private information. If they want to just monitor my activity and what I look at and stuff, yeah, cool with me. Okay.
What about you, Bo?
I'm quite boring. I go on the same, I'm
yeah.
just Reddit. Oh, look, he's on Reddit again.
Yeah. Instagram.
He
YouTube.
Googled something. Oh, it's for Reddit.
Yeah.
Because he typed Reddit wrong.
So you'd be quite comfortable.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm
Well,
in the
if it
same
was
boat as Steve.
Maybe
where
let's say £10 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't mess up my tax, then yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm so old, I've got to worry about income. But yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat as Steve. As long as I don't get access to like passwords or
Like bank account information,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
That kind of thing. 'Cause
That
it's just
private
like
information, my
would
address.
it feel a bit
yeah.
weird knowing that somebody's actively
watching me,
watching your phone? Like, would it stop you from doing stuff you'd normally do on your phone?
I would not do any banking on my phone at all.
Yeah.
Oh, see, my head went the complete opposite way. Do you know
you'd
when
only do banking?
No, do you know when you think when somebody says something and you think I should really know what that is, and you get your phone out and you quickly Google it or something like that? I always think of I'd be like side door judged by this person watching. Why is he looking up what the density of milk is or something random like that? Like something completely odd, or can you eat plastic? Or a joke we were talking about earlier.
Can you?
Long story.
Yeah.
I just need a yes or no, Steve.
But yeah, just like little stuff like that I Google, like the spelling of this word, and you're like, how do you not know how to spell this word?
Yeah.
Like
You just have someone
necessary.
go, Stephen doesn't know how to spell hippopotamus.
Yeah, just little stuff like that. I don't really want to Google it because I don't want someone judging
But
me.
I think
Yeah.
at that point, once you've said yes to it, those sort of instances we've spoken before about those ads popping up and stuff like that, you'd expect that to happen all the time then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because they'd
Ads,
see
ads,
everything.
ads.
Yeah.
So you keep getting ads for the density of
I
milk.
think I'd want a really good breakdown of what they could and couldn't see.
Yeah.
I think you'd
agreed.
need that. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I personally, I'd just be like, no, I'd like my privacy.
Yeah.
Even if they were like, even if it was 20 quid a week, I think I'd still be.
What's the cap? What's that line?
What
would
the
be-
money line?
Yeah. To make you go, yeah, go on. And how long would you do it for?
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you said, for the next 10 years for £10 a week, I'd be like, oh,
Well, I think
don't know.
on principle, if you say no to like a certain amount, I think you have to say no to any amount.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'd probably just say no straight up.
I believe,
I say that.
I
and then
believe
they'll be like,
everyone
they're-
has a price.
Yeah, they say that and they'll be like-
£10,000 a week. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like a
Go for it,
professional
mate.
footballer. What? I'll just have you on Firefox where I just look at Netflix all the
Yeah.
time. Whoa.
You become the most model citizen.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the British government constantly.
I don't think. I feel like it's mine. Yeah. And
It's your data.
yeah.
It's your browsing history. You do what you want.
GDPR.
Exactly. I know what you
Exactly.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be a breach of GDPR?
Well, no, because you're giving it away, aren't you?
It would be a breach of GDPR. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
interesting.
bit interesting, controversial. Yeah, let us know. But that concludes.
I did spot something,
Information.
but before you conclude everything, obviously we know Huawei is.
Oh, they're in the fire at the moment. They
is in the
cancelled a
fire.
laptop announcement. Is that what you're going to talk about?
No, I was
Oh,
actually
right.
going to say they're working on a mobile OS to rival Android.
Oh yeah, people were like,
they're
would
currently working on
you
their own.
trust a hot Huawei app store? I was like, what developer's going to go out their way to that now include
Go out the
stuff
way
on
to
a,
be on Huawei?
and they've already got to do Apple and Play Store. They're going to be like, why? Yes, Huawei's the second
Huawei?
second biggest manufacturer, but like,
Took you a while, but I like it. Huawei.
yeah.
Huawei. Yeah, no, I just thought it was quite interesting that they're at least trying to be like, please, we're still here, help us.
Well, but
yeah.
the US, they were going to launch this laptop that they made.
Oh,
But they've just stopped all development. They made the laptop, everything in it. They probably imagine the R&D and all that they've spent on it. And the US they announced it and then they blacklisted it straight away. So now they can't launch it in the US, which was where like this laptop was meant to be the prime sort of thing. So they're just like, oh yeah,
damn.
bit awkward for them. I think they're in the hot stuff at the moment. Not good.
Oof.
There is another company that's trying to get into every generation of the home now.
Oh yeah, who?
So DJI.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So just a quick thing. I spend a minute
people
on
of
it.
the drones.
I think it's a smart move. Basically, what they're doing is they've released something called, I want to say it's the RoboMaster S1. It's about $500, which isn't terrible. And basically, it's for the younger generation, so they can learn how to code and essentially build a little like Robot Wars figurine type thing.
It's a tank, basically, like a mini
Literally
tank.
like a little tank.
It is called the RoboMaster S1.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it has a DJI camera on it. It's got a little like Nerf gun of sorts. A little infrared laser thing, and you can build it, play games with people, friends. Like you can have like a battle with them, and it's like a digital life. It all goes through an app on your phone, but you also learn how to build the machine as well and code it to do stuff via basic coding, which I think is really good. The more I've kind of sat on it in the last hour that I've kind of discovered it, the more I've thought, say I was 10 years old, I saw this and I was like, amazing, because I remember when I was a kid, I thought, is it Robo Sapien? Do you remember that little figurine thing?
Yes,
oh, right.
Old
I do.
school,
Yeah,
like black
yeah.
and white thing with a remote. That was revolutionary.
Oh yeah.
Imagine coming across
the little walking one.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it. Simple as that. It walked and made weird crackly noises, right? Imagine being that same age and having that available at your disposal.
That's very true.
Five,
like a whole
10
level.
years down the line, you think, oh, I love playing with my DJI RoboMaster. I now want to, grow up a bit. I'll get a drone,
Yeah.
or I'll get a camera.
Those
or,
things were all the rage, weren't they?
Exactly.
Everybody wanted one of those.
And we were talking earlier about a $500 price point. And
yeah.
it's steep for a kid's toy. Let's be honest. But if I'd give it a go.
I think just like that toy, you hit some buttons and it did stuff. But this is actively developing
It's
someone's
testing,
mind, isn't
yeah.
it? So
And you say it's going at the kids' market, but I think I don't know anything about coding.
yeah,
I'd give it a go. I think I'd learn a lot from that. And
because
then
it comes with like a whole curriculum.
yeah,
You can learn through. It's
and
pretty
then
cool.
you can. I don't know if I'd ever use the little gun on it, but for me as a filmmaker or a content creator, I essentially have a little DJI camera on a gimbal on wheels.
Yeah, no, I'm just watching some of the videos of it.
Pretty
and
cool, isn't
it's- Yeah, it can do people recognition. It can like track a marker.
Yeah.
You can clap at it and it activates it. You can do gestures
It's
and
got,
it
like,
comes
pressure
towards
sensors
you.
on it.
Yeah, pretty cool little bit of kit.
It will recognize other robots and then either hunt them down or like work with them.
Yep.
And it can like obviously like follow a line. So you
Yeah.
could like draw a line along the floor for it to obviously follow and track an object or a person in a film shoot or something. Plonk the camera on, boom.
I just think it's getting that brand into a young creative's mind.
Just
early.
all the products they make are so innovative. Like
Yeah, and you're gonna
the Pocket Osmo,
yeah.
the first stab at the GoPro almost like killed it.
Yep.
It was
all that exactly. So
Yeah.
say you're a dad and you buy your kid this and you've never heard of DJI before. Maybe you're not really a creative, and then you go on holiday and there's 5 cameras available. One of them's a DJI, and you're blown away by this technology. Are you going to go with it?
yeah.
I think that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. I think it's really smart business.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
Just to get into that, yeah. There's a whole nother market. I think they'll really do well from that.
To go from a drone company to what they are now, that's
Yeah, and
fair dues.
what next now?
Yeah.
If they've
Game
brought
consoles.
out a robot, for God's sake,
Yeah.
what is next? Who really knows? Home security system.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Keanu
Like,
Reeves.
Something,
Keanu Reeves
Steve
will
calling
advertise
it.
yeah, something silly,
Yeah.
something ridiculous like that. Something completely out of the blue, like a home security system.
DJI Home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Get your DJI Home now.
there you go. Pretty weird. Look it up. DJI RoboMaster
Master
S1. Have a look at it.
Their
But-
website's glorious. It's got
Yeah.
some really nice videos on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Have a little look. It's quite cool.
Cool.
That wraps us up.
Nice. Time for Tune of the Week. Insert jingle here.
Still haven't done that.
No, I know. I haven't had time. There's too
Worst
many awards.
day of my life.
Those will be coming too. There will be more sound effects next year. Do
I think
not
that
worry.
That could be. That should
What?
be. The listeners
Best
don't know.
tune of my life.
Yeah, the listeners don't know what we're talking about.
No.
But that should.
We'll
should find
inform them.
something, Yeah.
We'll do a whole episode.
You'll see. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
you'll see it.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Exactly.
Indeed. If
Inside
you get
joke.
that reference, well done.
Hats off to you.
So Tune of the Week this week. One of my favourite bands, Keen. Do we remember Keen?
Very.
Yeah.
Bed Shape, Crystal Ball, Summer Only We Know. Obviously, haven't released an album in forever. They got a new album on the way in September. And they got a new song out, and it sounds like good old Keen.
Nice.
They went through a bit of a weird patch where they didn't really sound like Keen, and now they're back to sounding a bit more like Keen.
Are you keen for the song?
I am keen for Keen.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm very keen for Keen. I love Under the Iron Sea. It's probably one of my favorite albums of all time.
Interesting.
And yeah, this new song of theirs is called "The Way I Feel," and the video is quite fun. They've got kind of like almost like a bouncy trampoline floor, and they're just like jumping around playing instruments. It's quite fun.
Cool.
It looks like they're having a laugh while filming the video, which I always like seeing,
Nice.
rather than people in like really serious, gloomy music videos where like song, yeah. They're like they actively look like they're having a good laugh.
Yep.
Which I quite like. But the song's quite good. If you know old school Keen, we're kind of up to Spiraling. If you know you're Keen, you'll know what that song is. So kind of up to that era is where they're up to. And it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds like they're back on form. Because I think they had a bit of a dip where they kind of lost it a little bit. But I think now they're definitely back. So that's Keen, The Way I Feel. It's on YouTube. Got released for Thursday, Friday last week.
Nice.
So it's fresh.
Nice.
Fresh new music for you.
I like
Boom. But yeah, otherwise I'll also chuck that on the playlist because the playlist works again.
Yay!
So you can track it down. Where's My Kit Bag playlist? It's on Spotify. I keep uploading all the songs onto that so you can give it a listen. Glorious. Otherwise, I think it's about time for some Film of the Week. So, team, what have we been watching?
Wow.
Oh, what were we challenged to watch
Well,
last
we
week?
were
It
going
was
to say,
Chernobyl.
yeah, watch Chernobyl.
I have watched all of Chernobyl.
You've seen all of it.
I've seen all of it,
Fair
beginning
dues.
to end.
Fair dues. I've not started.
William,
I'm sorry. But
what have you been watching?
Killing
instead?
Eve season 2 came out. Oh my god! If you've
See,
not seen Killing Eve,
Jeez,
you need to watch it.
I've heard lots of good things about Killing Eve, but I've not had
so-
time to go and watch it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's so good. From season 1 to now, I think we're 6 episodes into season 2.
Where can you find it?
BBC iPlayer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my
it's
goodness.
got
so
Sandra
good.
Oh, obviously famous from Grey's
I've heard.
Yes.
It's come up
Yeah.
on my social media quite a lot. And
Oh man.
Have you seen it, Steve?
No.
I've not
I don't
seen
even know what it's
season one.
about. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
It is ultimate binge worthy.
How
It's
would
so
you
good.
describe it?
Pitch it to us, Will.
Yeah.
All right.
Give
so,
me an IMDb synopsis.
essentially, there's a character called Villanelle, and she is a cold-blooded killer, and basically she really struggles with emotion. She basically feels absolutely nothing, and so she's doing lots of contract killing. That's kind of how she's been brought up and raised. And Eve Pulowski, I think her name is the police officer Sandra Oh, and she's kind of tasked with tracing down her murders to start with, and what starts off with a very kind of good guy versus bad guy thing slowly starts melding as Eve slowly starts seeing more of Villanelle's work and likes it, enjoys it almost, and she enjoys the chase that Villanelle gives her, and then Villanelle catches onto that, and then she also starts feeling stuff from Eve's perspective, like she's enjoying being chased, sort of thing.
Interesting.
And this whole relationship develops into some, like, if I look at the episode in season 2 now compared to stuff in season 1, you're like, oh my, how did it get here? But in a really good way. Like
Nice.
it's so, like, the character development is amazing. A lot of like moments, which I really like. Lots of twists and turns and stuff.
How many episodes in a season?
I think it's 8 per season.
And how
Oh,
an hour long?
An hour long.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Good amount of content. And it's never let me, like, an episode hasn't ended and I felt let down at all.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Honestly, incredible. But I really still want to watch Chernobyl. So I'm.
Do you recommend Chernobyl?
I got-
Very good.
I
Yeah.
got caught up in Black Mirror. I've only had a couple of evenings because I've been away for the weekend celebrating my girlfriend's birthday. So that only left me Thursday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I haven't actually watched any of it. So I'll need to catch up as well. But yeah, I've caught the first episode of the new season of Black Mirror, the
that's good
virtual
as
reality
well.
one, which was very interesting,
See,
very controversial.
See, oddly enough, I've watched the Miley Cyrus one of the new series, and
Yeah.
I've been going back and going, oh crap, I've missed all these Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah.
so now
That's the last one.
I'm catching up through some of them, but I heard the Miley Cyrus one was good, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to start here.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Bandersnatch. That's really bad.
Oh,
You need
that's
to dedicate about 3 hours,
Yeah.
4 hours
Oof.
to it,
Oh,
though, because you don't feel satisfied until you've gone through it all.
Yeah, you want all the endings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
so
was thinking-
Black Mirror is top of my list at the moment, and then Killing Eve is. I'd say it's moving on up there.
Yeah,
from the
cool.
amount of
what was
praise.
your final score, just off the cuff, for Chernobyl?
Oh, for Chernobyl? Ooh, I would give it. I'd give it 8.5, 9.
Okay.
I
Wow,
thought
okay.
overall. I mean, because I quite like the kind of the whole like kind of Chernobyl story. I was intrigued where it ended. I was quite glad it ended where it did.
Are you satisfied?
It's its own self-contained story.
Nice.
It doesn't. I mean, if they did a season 2, I mean, I know what they would talk about, or I know what they'd show. They'd show all the stuff up to like 2017, pretty much. But I was quite happy where they stopped it. I think that was the best place they could have stopped it.
Does it look like it's going to lead on to a sequel?
I mean that they did a whole big sort of montage clip at the end saying like the story after and like showing the real characters.
So maybe not.
So yeah, I think it's
Good.
its own thing.
I'm fed up with too many sequels and stuff.
I very much. If there is a season 2, I don't know what they're going to include, or I'd be intrigued what angle they took or where they went from the future. But
just be nice if they then segued to a different like Chernobyl was its own disaster to maybe another disaster that's as sad as sadistic as it sounds becomes dramatized. It'd be interesting to see how they tackled that.
You could go for Fukushima. Obviously over in Japan.
Literally, it's the first one that I thought of.
You could go for
that's not bad. Like a whole series. Yeah.
Maybe like volcanic eruptions. Maybe.
It's a different perspective,
I mean, you got like Mount Etna. Not Etna. Mount St. Helens when that blew in the 80s, 90s. Can't remember. But that took out a lot when that blew. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot you could do if that was like kind of like their kind of mini series sort of. Like you're saying, dramatizing an event.
All right, so we'll keep Chernobyl on the radar.
I think Chernobyl should definitely be on the old radar.
It might be worth just revising this segment to almost recapping what we've watched this week, rather than forcing ourselves to do it. Unless something comes out and we're like, okay, let's review this, which we can do on certain
what
things.
What films have I seen?
I watched an awful one.
Oh, what did you see?
Well, it wasn't awful, but the more I've sat on it, the more I've just liked it. I was drawn to it by the cast. It was Maisie Williams, the person who plays Aya from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
And the lead actor in Sex Education on Netflix.
Oh, he's got
Asa somebody.
Yes, yeah.
So we saw those two and like, this is going to be good. And we were very star vehicle driven. It's a film called Departures. It's essentially a comedic version of A Fault in Our Stars, which it was funny, and it was, it almost got me. But I knew it was coming. Got Jade, my girlfriend, she cried at it. But
and you just sat there. Ugh.
It was just another money churner, very star vehicle driven. It's called Departures. It's on Netflix. It's all right.
Out of 10,
5, 4.
Oh, very
just
4,
5.
A watch.
Yeah, a watch.
A
watch. Nothing over the top. Doesn't do anything new. Very unoriginal. But it was just nice to see those characters in a different role. Though the gentleman in it, the Asa somebody, it took
Asa Zen book.
Is that?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a laptop.
Oh,
Nice. I'm glad Will got my joke
took
there.
half the film for me to figure out who was trying to do an American accent.
That's so bad.
Have a watch. You'll see what I mean. It floats in and out, and there's only a few sentences where he really pushes it out.
What kind of where in America are we? Did you even get that far?
I don't know.
Are we like East? Are we like New York, or are we a bit more Texas?
Really,
or
a
bit more LA?
I don't think. I want to say. I don't know. I don't know.
Cali from the valleys.
Just your stereotypical American.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's,
oh no.
I don't know actually.
Yeah.
But it's not a strong.
Could I do a better American accent than him? Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Thanks. I'll take that.
Nice. Especially when it was obviously a scene, a story.
What's he meant to be playing an American, or was he just totally have the wrong accent?
Because Maisie Williams' character is British. The whole family's British. They've gone to America. It's odd. Very odd.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Weird.
And then again, there's another the brother of Asa's character. He's some very recognisable face from I think a Teen Wolf or some sort of vampire film of some sort. You'll recognise the face. He's really recognisable. So it really ramps up the star vehicle for him. But yeah, if you want a film where it's
just there,
yeah, and you like Game of Thrones and you want to see Maisie Williams in another film, check it out. That's the reason I kind of watched it. I wanted to see what it was like.
What else they got in the
what else they got in the locker, and it wasn't bad. Yeah, meh. It's not my thing. That's the problem. So yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to think what else I've seen. I don't think I've watched anything. I don't think I've had time.
Put it down and keep it on for next week's.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? But every time I watch something, I'll note it down.
There you
That's
go.
what I'll do. What about you, Will? Have you been seeing anything recently?
Yeah, well, I see a film. We do go to the cinema every week. Saw the new live action Aladdin, which really enjoyed actually. We were almost going in taking the mickey out of Will Smith already as the genie.
Will Smith.
But he smashed it for the role. He did really well. The only bit we didn't like so much was the initial bit where he comes out the lantern. It's all CGI.
Ew.
It felt like he was trying to copy the original one a bit too
Robin
much.
Williams.
Yeah, just a bit too much. But everything after that, when he wasn't CG'd, amazing, really good. Aladdin was the only kind of weak member of the cast, I think. Well, maybe just because Jasmine was so good.
Out of 10? What would you give
Probably
it?
a 7.5. It was really good.
High praise.
There was this one bit where they added a song, so they've added a new song to the film. And it's this bit where it's all about it's Jasmine singing it, and she's all about her breaking free and stuff of society.
Is it I Want to Break Free?
No, not quite.
Oh.
But it turns into almost like a music video. It's so weird. Everything freezes and she has her own little moment, and you're just like, what is going on? That was a bit of a weird scene. If you've seen it, you probably remember that bit of the scene. But everything else really good. Cinematography amazing. And we watched Secret Life of Pets too. That was a bit of a laugh as well.
Good laugh or
This is bad. More like a 4 or 5 sort of thing. It's just cutesy sort of.
No.
You know.
Naff.
Let's watch it. Yeah.
Naff.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no. I think we're seeing Late Night later on this week with Emma Thompson. So that should be good. Bit of a comedy.
Late night.
Yes.
Nice. Cool. Is there anything on people's radars to watch? That is the question. Or are we going, we'll see what comes up.
Something I'm dodging is that new X-Men film.
Yes, well, we heard from Ross.
2.5 star on IMDb or something.
That's very naff.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Dark Phoenix or whatever.
Again, features Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Sophie.
Apparently
Sophie Turner.
She's the only sort of redeeming feature in that.
Oh.
Must be quite nice.
Are you sure it hasn't got Bran in it?
Yeah,
hello. I'm the Dark Phoenix.
Why do you think I came all this way?
I'm the king of the X-Men now.
I watched the trailer for the Perfectionist or the Perfection.
Oh yeah, that was
I
good.
really want to watch that, but the trailer put my girlfriend off wanting to watch it. So we watched The Departures instead. Jeez. But yeah, we'll get round to that. That looks really interesting.
There's one scene in there is just.
I haven't. She doesn't really like graphic stuff, so I haven't told her that happens. Because I don't know.
She's gonna love it.
But yeah, so if she doesn't know, well, she doesn't know. So it'll be fine. She doesn't listen to the pod.
Might hurt you.
She doesn't listen to the pod, so it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
That's amazing.
There we go.
Now she'll listen to the pod this one episode and be like,
Yeah,
"What,
tip
Steve? No."
I'll make sure. I'll try and watch it tonight then.
Oh, well, that pretty much wraps up episode 21.
Wow.
Of Where's My Kit Bag? Podcast. Thank you very much for listening, as always. Keep all your comments and things coming in. Let us know if you want us to talk about anything or mention things, or if you want to challenge us to go and watch something, whether it's good or bad. It could be quite amusing. We'd have a bad movie night and just be like, oh, I want to gouge my eyes out. Could be quite funny. Anyways, I've been James.
I'm Will.
And I'm Steve.
And this has been Where's My Kit Bag? Podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Where's My Kit Bag podcast. Please feel free to drop us a comment about anything you want us to cover in the section below, or hit us up on Instagram/Twitter at F6 Media Film.